Yo, you in the mirrors, so pay attention. Am I toxic or just not going? So this mirror talk is exactly what it sounds like, right? So a lot of times people gonna try to make it seem like you wrong for what you see with your own eyes or what you feel with your own heart. You ever had a situation where you knew you felt something was off, but because of what you let somebody tell you, you let it slide. Then later on, that same situation you let slide end up biting you in the ass. That same situation that you let slide because of what you got told bit you in the ass. That same situation that you knew something was off, you knew something was shady with it, you knew something wasn't adding up, the math wasn't mathing, but you let somebody talk you into a false security, and next thing you know, you the one going through shit. And when you going through what you going through and you telling them or expressing your frustration about what you going through, you get made to feel like you doing too much because you're expressing that what you going through don't feel right. It don't feel like something you should be going through. You understand? That don't mean nobody gotta be perfect, but common sense ain't that uncommon. Even though I keep getting told that. It's situations, people gonna try to tell you shit to try to make you think that you crazy or delusional for what it is that you seeing. When you could know that you seeing what you seeing, you could know this is live, this is real. And you can lay all the facts out there, lay it all down. This why I feel like you tweaking. This why I feel like you playing with me. This why I feel like nothing going on right now make no sense. And they'll sit there after everything you just laid on the table and be like, nah, you just doing too much. How? How can you make it this simple and this laid out and clear and you still talking about I'm doing too much? Is it that, or you just don't want to see what the fuck is in front of you? So see, it's a difference, right? Doing too much is when you could just walk away, but you choosing to keep on poking a situation. That's doing too much. When you expressing to somebody how you feeling wronged, or not even feeling, but how you going through things that you know ain't right, or there are things that you know if it was them going through that shit, they wouldn't be going for that shit, then why is it okay for you to go through that? And obviously it ain't okay, but that ain't how it always get played and depicted, right? You're gonna have to learn how to get comfortable by yourself. It's okay to have people around you, but it's gonna be times where everybody not gonna understand where you coming from. They not all gonna see your vision. They not all gonna understand where you going and where you working to get to. That's what I personally had to get in my own head. If they able to grasp the concept, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's great. That's great. You know? But if not, bro, fuck that, bro. You gotta leave them where they at. You can't hold up the whole schedule trying to make sure one person that you wanted to make sure that they was on the train too. You can't hold up everything trying to make sure they get on that motherfucker too. If they wasn't paying attention enough to know that you was building something that was going to be taken off eventually, and to know that they need to be in a certain position and be moving a certain way with you, and you know you've been telling them about it, what's the misunderstanding about this? Where's the confusion? It's times you might be the only person who understands the vision that you see. And I realize that's the reason why it's your vision, not all of their vision too. Because see, you can try to sit here and explain it to them and break it down to them and lay it down to them and show them all your plans and everything that you're gonna do and tell it to them. But see, it's not their plan. So they not gonna give a fuck how you care. They not gonna see it as big as how big you see it. They might not get it at all. And then if they do get it, that's great. But you can't depend on them getting it to determine whether or not you move on it. Because then, is it really your vision? Or is it a vision that you was meant to pitch to somebody else? Because how is it yours if you ain't even the one acting on it? It's a certain level of love you gotta have for yourself. And if you don't have that certain level of love for yourself, you're not gonna get far at all. You can try, but you're not gonna get far if you don't believe on your own that you're gonna get there. So back to the topic. It's gonna be people who gonna try to make you feel like you wrong or like you're doing too much for standing on the boundaries you gotta stand on and set for you to get wherever it is that you're going. Whether you in school or you got some personal goal, whatever it is. It could be something as simple as you say you want to start getting up earlier in the morning. And then at nighttime, when it's time for you to be going to sleep, like you know you're supposed to be doing, you got somebody who trying to be on the phone talking to you about the game last night or whatever the fuck. They may not directly be trying to break what you doing, but that's what's happening. And if you can't see that shit, you're not gonna get far, because you're gonna get derailed every time a distraction or something come through. Then it come a point where you just gotta straight up protect yourself, period. Because there's gonna be times where you know what you working on, you know what you fighting for, you know what you building, right? But see, everybody not giving you or gonna give you, the respect that it needs. Meaning, you may know you need a certain level of focus or attention for this thing that you working on, and they may expect you to just drop everything you doing to fuck with them on whatever little random shit they done came at you with. So you gonna have to be willing to lose friends or whoever the fuck behind this shit, because it come a point where it's like you gonna have to pick yourself and their happiness or their satisfaction level, their satisfaction. However you want to word it, you know what I mean. Because you gonna have people who gonna make it seem like you bullshitting because you not trying to drop what you doing to go help them or do whatever it is that they want you to do. But at the end of the day, when your situations is happening, a lot of these same people don't be nowhere to be seen, but they want you to drop what's gonna help you heal you, so you can do something that might heal them, or just in general help them. It might not even be nothing to help them. It just may be something they decided that your energy should be used for. So it really just come down to, like, when you sit back at the end of the day and you look at yourself like 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, and you ask yourself where you want to be, and then you answer that question. Okay, now the next question that should be following that is, are you doing whatever it is it's going to take for you to get there? Or are you willing to do it? And if you're not already doing it, but you're willing, when are you going to start? Because you can waste a lot of time talking about what you're going to do. Then before you know it, you getting older, or you is old now. And all this time that went by that you've been talking about what you gonna do, that you still ain't started. This go for losing weight or whatever your goal, whatever it is, working out, financial goals, relationship goals, whatever. So understand, it's gonna be some gaslighting and some delusion that's gonna get thrown your way when you start standing on business for what you stand on and for yourself. That just come with it. The same way when you start dressing how you want to dress or going your own way about things and setting your own trend, people gonna talk that shit at first, but then when they see you gonna keep doing it anyway, and that you don't care about nobody saying what they gotta say, then you gonna start noticing one person start doing the same thing, and 3 and 5. Next thing you know, you got damn near everybody doing the same thing that they was talking shit to you about for doing when they first jumped off. Am I toxic or just not going? Stay in the midst.